Good morning. It is Tuesday, October 18th, 2022. It is 6:51 in my locale. Good morning, everyone. Want to fill you in on yesterday's adventure. It was, by the way, it's 79 degrees and it is humid here, but the stars were out and it was beautiful. I had to step outside about 6 a.m. and I enjoyed that for a moment with my coffee. So, all right. Before we even get into the day, let's see what's going on. Yesterday was my day off, and I went to go to Key Largo, as I told you guys, to get my registration, get it all finished up. One of my colleagues said, "Hey, I'm heading that way. Do you want to go? Should we carpool?" I went, "Sure, thank you. It's nice." So we get about an hour and 15 minutes at little past Key Largo out there. It was very, very pretty, by the way. If you have not gone to the Florida Keys, please do so. They are incredibly beautiful. And got up to the DMV. It was empty. It was absolutely stunning. I was like, I took my ticket. They said, "Come on, you have to take a ticket. Come on." I explained my situation, had my paperwork, and the lady said, "Do you have your RV outside?" And I went, "No. Today was the first day that I did not drive it to town." And she said, "Sir, you have to have it inspected by a law enforcement officer. And the inspection basically is to verify that the VIN, your vehicle identification number that is on all of your paperwork, is equal to that on the device. And they have to get an odometer reading." It would have been nice if you would have told me that before I got there. Your government in action or your government in action? I don't know. So she was very polite. She was very pleasant. She gave me the piece of paper to step by step it out, which the other DMV did not do. And she actually wrote down the fees, which are, believe it or not, the good part of the day, half of what I was anticipating. So that was a pleasant surprise. So I took my colleagues out to lunch, met a former colleague out there. We were on Islamorada, which I got to tell you, if you've never gone, please go. It's incredibly gorgeous. It was pretty. It was real pretty. I actually got to touch the other side of the Florida Bay, which was fun, and it was just amazing. It was just an amazing experience. Notwithstanding the paperwork, but it was a lot of fun. And I got home late. I also had to do work for work. I was heading toward Key Largo, and my boss said, "Hey, if you're going there, would you mind taking this piece of equipment and exchanging it?" I did. Got there. They couldn't find us. And I gave them the names. They couldn't find They found the account, then they couldn't find it. I had to call my general manager and go, "Hey, I'm standing in the West Marine in Key Largo. I'm trying to exchange this for you guys. Can you help me out?" And he was very, very, very pleasant. He said, "Hang on a second." And he took his time, found the numbers. The lady found the numbers. I got it off the shelf. It's sitting right over there. And I'll be returning it to work today. But that also means that if I cannot have a National Park Service person who is a law enforcement officer to fill out the paperwork that I need, then I still have to do it. Then I got to go back to Islamorada on Thursday, which is my next day off. And this time I've got to drive the rig, which is not a problem. I don't mind driving it around. There's a lot of hoops and jumps to go through. We will get this done. It's going to happen. Okay. So hopefully by Thursday, Friday, you're going to have me hold up little pieces of paper and go, "Look, it's a Florida title. Look, it's a Florida registration. Look, it's a Florida tag," and we're going to do that rather than get upset, because we've had this talk. Rather than get upset, we move forward in small steps. We have to realize our society is not only broken, but it is broken on purpose. So if we need to get these things done, we need to play inside that system in order to get that done. Our job is to play inside that system just enough to get around. And then we need to get out of their system. Right. Remember what I said. Separate from society as much as possible. I will say it again. You need to go as far Galt as you can. Touch their society as lightly as possible. Get out of the nonsense and the noise and the stupid and just get out. We can create our own. We can make a better one, and we will. Because it's dedicated people somewhere across the screen. I can't quite see you, but I know you're there. People like you that are going to build that better society, and we're going to let the one that we sadly let go of and didn't fight enough for, we're going to let that implode. We're going to let that fall down. And the next one we create is going to be bigger. And we are going to look back at this, and we're not going to sugarcoat history. And anytime somebody tries some nonsense or a dumb idea, we're going to thump them. We're going to get rid of them. We're going to say, look what happened when we tolerated this last time. Okay. Now, okay, Daily Zen poem. It is absolutely necessary for you to seek genuinely accurate insight and understanding. Then you can travel freely anywhere and avoid being confused by the common sort of spiritual charmer. Lin Chi died in 867. Yes. Genuinely accurate insight and understanding. And by the way, don't keep it to yourself. Don't. If you know what's going on, be brave enough to stand up and go, no, you're lying, and that's horse crap, and this is what's going on. May not make you popular. However, you also don't have to put up with their nonsense either. All right, let's go. What? We're going out of sequence today. Somebody just came to find me. That's right. Yeah. By the way, we did go out to lunch, and he did get a little pulled pork at a place called Hog Heaven in Islamorada. And we ate out on the back deck, and he got some pulled pork. Hey, yes, you did. And he was a very, very, very good boy the whole day. He really, really was. So, yeah, hats off to you, buddy, for being the best road dog ever. Okay, I'll get your breakfast in a minute. Yeah, because we're not going in. They changed my hours, by the way. I'm totally off kilter here. They changed my hours from 8:30 to 4:30 to 8:45 to 4:45. And the reason for that is because we were all working a little bit of overtime, especially those on the boat. So, because the boat comes back and we got to fuel it up, and it's easy to go 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes of overtime when you get back at 4:35. You still have to gas up the boat. You still have to make sure it's clean. Then you have to put it back, and then you have to leave. So we were all working a little bit of overtime. Mainly not the captain. Yeah, captains too. So I've got to say that. So now this is their remedy to this, which I will speak to my operations manager and go, you're only giving us 15 minutes to get the boat ready to go for the 9 o'clock passengers. So you want us to leave late. Okay, you got it. They'll change their minds. Hang on, Queso. Second Queso view. We're going to do our daily rune pull. Alright, let's see what we got. We pulled this one. Actually, it's that way for you guys. That's Perth. That's a mystery rune. Let's find Perth in the book. Hang on, dude. What are you doing? He's walking all over me today. I don't know what his issue is. You can. You're just being needy. Let's find that rune. $98. 96. 96. A hieratic or mystery rune pointing to that which is beyond our frail manipulative powers. We've pulled this before. The rune is on the side of heaven and the unknowable and has associations with the phoenix. I'm just going to glance over this because we've done it together before. Powerful forces in changing. On the side of the earthly and the mundane. Unexpected gains. Symbolized by the flight of the eagle. Soaring high above, and lifting yourself above the endless ebb and flow of ordinary life to acquire a broader vision. It stands at the heart of the initiation that nothing matters here except which shows your inner reflection. It's concerned with the deepest stratum of your being, the bedrock that your destiny is founded. For some, birth means experiencing a psychic death. If need be, let go of everything. No exceptions, no exclusions. Nothing less than renewal of the spirit is at stake. Okay. All right. So I guess between those two messages of the day, it has to do with, positive change for you in your life, in something you're doing, and accurate insight and understanding, genuine accurate insight and understanding. Okay. That's very important. I think now more than ever, people are trying to dizzy your vision, trying to cloud your eyes. Don't look there, look over here. Here's another headline. Here's another thing on the news. No, we're not in a recession. No, that's not how you define recession. Lies. Moving goalposts. People who want to separate you and your money, or your time, or your attention, or your whatever. Accurate insight and understanding, and understand that we need to change in order to bring this about. And the change might be something small for you, might be something big for you. I don't know what that change will be for me, other than I got to wait till Thursday to figure that out. However, be aware that now more than ever, standing up, telling the truth, not my truth, not my what, because that's just your opinion. Saying no, that's purple. I'm not going to call it blue. I'm not going to call it green. I'm not going to call it something stupid. That's purple. Thank you for your time, and get up and walk out. Don't put up with nonsense. Don't let people tell you something that isn't true. If they're going, oh, but that it's not really a recession. Yes, it is. That's not how it's defined. We use words by their common definitions, and we use terms by their common definitions. We don't change the definitions to suit the situation. We don't change our, how things work, especially how nature works, in order to make us feel better. That's not how it works. So don't be afraid of that positive change inside of you, positive change around you, but do be very afraid when people are trying to change words and definitions and are trying to cloud your eyes from accurate understanding. Everybody wants to be, I'm so special. How about I'm me? And that is totally complete. And I don't need to have you tell me something different. I don't need to have you lie to me. And I don't need you to make me feel special. I don't need it. I'm me. I'm a completely integrated human being. And I live life on appropriate terms. And I live that life as simply and as honestly as possible. If they turn and look at you with that, go, that means you're not. And maybe you should get into that. But I'm not here to help you do that. Only you can. You got to stop lying to yourself in the mirror, and you got to stop listening to the nonsense, and you got to stop believing their horse shit. You have to get into it. Other than that, today I'm going to work. I don't know how that's going to go. Our other fellow is telling, oh, I'm supposed to be on the boat all one day, and you're supposed to be on the boat all another. No, that's horse shit. Yeah, I'll go on one trip, you go on another trip. And when we finally have enough trips that we don't have to do it, then that's perfectly fine. I'll do one, you do the next. And then the next day, you do the first one, and I'll do the second one. That's how it's going to work, because I'm going to walk into my boss's office, and I'm going to go, nope. I worked here for N number of months, and when things weren't running, I did this. Now they're all running, and now it's going to be Monday's a slower day, so you get to go do this. And then when Tuesday's a busier day, so I get to go do that. Well, you've been here about a month, kid. How about no? I don't like when there is not a clear line of communication. And I don't like when my boss says, you two work it out. No, you're the fucking boss. You figure it out. Or if I'm not going to be talking on the boat today, I'll go home. Am I going to be on the boat tomorrow? Then I'll be back. You need something, call me. I'll be on call. Bye. You have to put your foot down and take care of these things, or else they're going to creep in and it's just going to mess up your day. So don't be afraid to do that either. Don't be afraid to get in somebody's face and go, nope. Trust me, a polite and quiet no will back them down faster than you can possibly imagine. And I'm not saying run to get your way. I'm trying to say run to get the way. This all soft, maybe, kind of, sort of crap. Get that out of the way. Get it black and white. Get a commitment. Get an understanding. And make sure at the end of it you repeat that. Okay, this is what we're going to do, right? Right. So that when they try to pull, well, I misunderstood. No, you didn't misunderstand. You're lying again. Knock it off. You might have to get a little snarly and get in somebody's face. I hope not. I really hope not. It's never a pleasant experience to have to do that to anyone. However, if you don't take care of you and you don't stand up for yourself, nobody else will. And you're worth it. You're important enough that you should be standing up and taking care of yourself and taking care of the things that you need for yourself and anyone that you think is necessary that you decide to take care of. Don't be afraid. Now, on that note, it is again going to work day. I am going to feed Queso and grab a shower, and then we're going to be off to work in about an hour and a half. So, thanks for tuning in. See you tomorrow.